And welcome back to Atreyu News. Lots of news today. Big things happening. Watch. Rachel Maddow releases Trump's tax returns and biggest overhyped live TV epic fail in history. Rachel Maddow. The man-woman mix. See, it appears quite clear that this is what they want humanity to look like. An asexual man-woman thing that you can't tell the difference whether it's a man or a woman. I just call it because you really can't tell. I understand that some people are born with the opposite chromosome within their bodies. Nothing against them. But when an asexual man-woman like this gets up and starts dictating to us how we're supposed to live our lives and dictates to us what is good and bad, no, not gonna have it. Not this time, not ever. MSNBC's Rachel Maddow released President Trump's 2005 tax returns in the biggest overhyped epic fail in television history. Media analyst Mark Dice has the story. Mark Dice is awesome. Let's take a look.
It took over 30 years for someone to finally top Geraldo Rivera for the biggest overhyped live television epic fail in history. But you finally did it, Rachel Maddow. It was the #1 trend on Twitter as liberals anxiously awaited the destruction of President Trump. For hours, MSNBC had this clock counting down to the final moments when they would reveal Donald Trump's taxes. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, March 14th, 2017, Rachel Maddow took to the airwaves and then rambled incoherently for 19 minutes non-stop during the entire first segment of her show, before cutting to a commercial break and then promising to finally reveal this bombshell. When Maddow returned from the commercial break, she revealed this.
What we have are these 2 pages, front and back, from the same 1040 form that you might have filled out when you file your taxes. And in terms of what's on here, let me give you the basics. Aside from the numbers being large, these pages are straightforward. He paid $38 million, looks like $38 million in taxes. He took a big write-down of $103 million, more on that later. If you add up the lines for income, he made more than $150 million in that year. Mazel tov. We got these.
Wait, I thought this was supposed to be something bad. They've been hyping this BS about tax returns, and look how much tax he fucking paid.
We got this document today from a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist who's better on financial matters than almost anybody else in the business. His name is David K. Johnston. These pages turned up the other day in his mailbox. David will join us live here in just a moment. But because nobody has had the president's taxes before, we didn't know what to expect. When we showed this 2005 return to the White House to ask them if it's real, we sent this over to the White House tonight, and the White House responded basically with, yep.
When the White House learned that MSNBC was going to reveal the tax return info at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, President Trump trumped Rachel Maddow and released them himself. Yes, Trump released them.
Oh man, I didn't anticipate that one. Trump released his own. Let's keep watching.
2005 tax info ahead of MSNBC report. This was such an epic fail that even the biggest liberal newspaper in Washington, D.C., the Washington Compost Pile, admits that the Trump's tax return is a nothing burger. It's actually more than a nothing burger, because it shows that Donald Trump paid a 25% tax rate, while Bernie Sanders only paid 13%. This is such an epic fail that you may recall that the New York Times did an investigative report that speculated that Donald Trump may not have paid any taxes for almost 20 years. Whoops, these tax returns prove that he paid $38 million in taxes just in 2005 alone. MSNBC's sister station, CNBC, just published this op-ed saying that Donald Trump just got a nice victory thanks to, of all people, Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow is being mocked on Twitter by pretty much everyone. She is so stupid that she didn't even notice that the Wall Street Journal, a year ago, reported on these same tax returns. Even Van Jones over at CNN said that this was a good night for Donald Trump. Take it away, Van!
If all we get tonight is that Donald Trump paid $38 million to America's government? That's a good night for Donald Trump. I'm sorry. There's just really no way. Like, I was hoping and praying that it would show not only did he pay no taxes, he actually charged the government and got money back. I wanted something I could get excited
and
about.
You know what you wanted is that he was paid in rubles.
Exactly.
That's what you were hoping for.
See what these idiots would admit? They're all standing there laughing and snickering, admitting that they want the fail of President Donald Trump. Live on air. We want Donald Trump to fail, but he's too good of a person. We're now idiots. That's essentially what I got out of it.
But you know what?
Even CNN is mocking them! And finally, I'll leave you this tweet from Donald Trump Jr. Thank you, Rachel Maddow, for proving to your Trump-hating followers how successful Donald Trump is. And then he paid $40 million in taxes. Wait, what's this? Breaking news. Tomorrow night, Rachel Maddow is going to reveal the possible location of the lost city of Atlantis. So stay tuned.
And a little bit follow up here. CNN's Van Jones was disappointed with Rachel Maddow last night. And rightfully so. Let's watch it. CNN's Van Jones. That's a good night for President of the United States. Yeah, I'll say.
If all we get tonight is that Donald Trump paid $38 million to America's government, that's a good night for Donald Trump. I'm sorry. There's just really no way. Like, I was hoping and praying that it would show not only did he pay no taxes, he actually charged the government and got money back. I wanted something I could get excited
and
about.
You know what you wanted is that he was paid in rubles.
Exactly.
That's what you were hoping for. But you know what would...
Oh, I love it. Good times, Bernie. Good times. You know, it's a good thing Bernie Sanders didn't win. Because if he had won, it literally would have been a weekend at Bernie's. He's so fucking old, he probably would have keeled over by now. Since we're on the subject of Trump's taxes, communist Bernie Sanders only paid 13% in taxes compared to President Trump's 25%. Trump's tax return, stolen and released today, showed he paid $40 million in taxes in 2005. The tax return just destroyed the left's narrative that Trump paid zero taxes. Remember? Trump paid no taxes. He's Putin's cousin's uncle's nephew. Yeah, we gotta take him out. Lie, lie, lie. Trump 2005 tax rate 25%. Romney in 2011 was 14%. Sanders in 2014 13.5%. Fascinating. President of the United States needs a new tax attorney. He paid twice the tax Mitt Romney did in 2005. And how sick it is. Not only is Donald Trump going to lose November 8th, but the next year he's going to start paying his fair share of taxes. Trump 2005 tax rate 25%. Bernie 2014 tax rate 13.5%. Oh, it's hard not to just burst out in laughter. Oh my God, what the hell is this? Oh God, it's like Rachel Maddow's lover or something. Jesus, imagine waking up next to that. No thanks. Let the good times roll.